All right, here we go. We are recording. By the time we're recording this, it is 11:55 p.m. So 5 minutes before midnight. So it still counts. It still counts. Uh, yeah, let's go. We're doing this. We're doing vampire stuff now. That's right. We're all vampires now. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're vampires. So earlier this.
Wait. Were
Huh?
vampires change? What? Where's your fangs?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, actually, he's a bat. I'm Blade. I'm most certain, that Not is Lasat. What about you?
I mean, you don't see the red eyes and the Dracula cape?
Oh, okay, but like, that's it. Well, don't you have fangs?
Well, yeah, I got fangs, but they're like retractable. You just don't see them right now.
Can I see them?
No. uh, Anyways, so earlier this year, right? Earlier this year, we did something similar with it was in the month of February. We did something similar to this with zombies. 28 days. Ooh, of zombies. So now, for the month of June, we're doing 30 days of bite vampires. Yeah. So for the month of June, we're doing a bunch of vampire stuff. We're watching a bunch of vampire movies, and we get to talk about and make really low effort videos talking about vampire stuff. Yeah! Don't worry, I got thumbnails ready and all that, so it's all good in the game. So, yeah, so you know what? Why not start off the month of June with Dracula movies by talking about vampire movies, but talk the vampire movie, the Dracula movie, the OG Dracula. I mean, it's Dracula. I I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know really what to say. Like it's Dracula, you know. I feel like at this point everyone knows the story about Dracula. Like if you don't know the story of Dracula, like it's probably gonna you probably know it. Like it's Dracula, bah, you know. So
Yeah, this is the literally the movie where everyone gets their fake Dracula impressions from.
exactly. Hold on, SGD just typed in the chat red eyes and the cape doesn't make me a vampire. Without the fangs, it just makes me gay. Well, you know what, SGD? It's Pride Month, so you know what? Take that. I am a to be a vampire without fangs. So, ha.
It's also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And
That
I
is
think
true.
SGD's comment just got on your nerves.
That's true. Are you not aware of my mental state, SGD?
Yes.
I can't believe it. What a gosh. What a bigot. Next thing you know, he's going to be saying that vampires should all just have stakes driven through their hearts. I mean, they should, but, but,
I guess since Dracula is such a like the thing about the original Dracula is like what's a work what about it that you can say that hasn't already been said? That's classic.
it is.
It is the movie that not only brought Dracula to the public, it's also the first Universal monster movie. So like this is it is the first that carries a long, rich tradition of spooky made by Universal
Ooh.
that they still use to this day. Um, I think really quick. I guess for this in the spirit of Dracula. I guess we could just talk about just hey, vampires as a myth because like when we did like the marathon February. I think one thing that we did talk about, I guess I go watch through some of the videos, but I'm relying on memory, as it were. I think the one thing that we did talk about is the fact that zombies themselves were a more modern monster compared to a lot of others. But in this case, vampires are a very old monster, very very old.
Yeah. If you hate vampires, SGD, why is Holly Austrian? That's why.
Because you're you remember the phrase SGD, like don't let a vampire, don't ask a vampire bigot the species of his girlfriend. But it's like, yeah, vampires, they've been around so long. They've been used to talk about, the incidents that are involving SA, people losing blood, people and animals just losing blood for some reason. You got mythology like the Strigoi and people transforming into people transforming into animals. The vampire has been around with us for a very long time, and specifically this vampire has been around for a quite a while. Well, quite a while, because Count Dracula, the main Mac Daddy of all vampires, was inspired by a very inspired by a controversial historical figure, Vlad Tepes.
Yeah. The Impaler.
Yes. Unfortunate that we are in Pride Month, and he's not known for another form of impaling. He's just known for the bad form of impaling. Yeah, like Vlad the Impaler, very interesting history, very angry man, but all for depending on who you ask, for good and for bad reasons. And a lot of his, there was a lot of kind of mythology surrounded Vlad, because he was someone who famously did not interact with a lot of outside people, and that just came from the fact that he was very important target military wise, and B, just came from the fact that when he was younger, when he was given away to the Ottomans, because the Ottomans would have been huge around this region. He just didn't interact with a lot of people, so he was a very introverted man, and as such, a lot of things became kind of was creative about Vlad Tepes, namely his most famous nickname, which was I think it was Dracula.
Dracul.
Dracul, because that is a pronunciation in Roman for like in Romanian for dragon. Because I think it was his father or some other or some by some other means the Vlad Tepes used to carry a crest of a dragon, and that was very unique around that part. So they every time you would see the mark of a dragon, and Vlad Tepes would have like a medallion of a dragon. So he was very closely associated with Dracula as a name. And legends also surrounded that before he impaled his victims on rods, what he would do is he would sap them of blood completely. So yeah, the idea was just formed that Vlad Tepes was not just a very cruel and brutal general and count. He was a supernatural creature. What they call in the past a vampire was a strigoi. And that had a lot of I can't remember what specifically about strigoi that made it be named as such, but it carries a lot of it carries he is a supernatural creature who has a lot of powers, and he's very, 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 very scary. And so, as Vlad Tepes left this world, or did he? He Irish writer Bram Stoker chronicled his legend in his 1897 book Dracula, which is very much what this movie is based on. And it's for adaptation's sake, it's nearly faithful. There's just some things missing. Of course, the Demeter voyage is missing, but it's movies at this time didn't ran long, so trying to add those scenes along with other scenes some deem more important. You can just leave out people weren't asking questions in the past like they did now. People weren't wondering how Dracula Dracula they're not wondering why Dracula how he got past the ocean. So that's fine, because here we're given what's important, and that's the wonderful performance of Hungarian actor Bela Lugosi. Who the reason he got this role compared to just say an American one is because famously he played the very same character on plays.
Oh.
So it's like, you
Okay.
know, it's a natural step forward to get like what was then like the very most well-known actor to play Dracula to be in this movie.
I see. Uh, yeah. I mean, he's Dracula. All right. Like, yeah. Like he defined like he defined like a role, and like going forward, almost like anyone like who does like Dracula usually g- harkens back a lot to his performance. As a for like serious takes, comedic takes, etc. Like everyone always thinks like his performance is what everyone thinks of now when they hear Dracula. So you hear Dracula, you hear his voice when he does this. Yeah, come. It's like, yeah, that's Dracula, all right. Uh, and like yeah, it's like he it's good. Like he pioneered a role pretty much. Uh, uh I don't really know what else to say about his performance. Like it's Dracula. You see him going around do his stuff, and like everyone just agreed going for like, yeah, that's just Dracula. That's just how he is. That's just how he acts, and everyone just kind of does the same for the most part. Uh, was it's got was it? I will say this though, Mister what's was it uh Lu- oh my gosh, what's the name? Lugosi? Is am I saying that right?
Oh, okay.
About Lugosi, but like I'll say this: he got a stare game down. You know what I mean? He got the stare game going on, like the
Yeah.
whenever like they gotta show like Dracula like hypnotizing like people, like he got to like that stare just like damn.
along with like along with like several things that are now just ingrained about the character. Bela just added a lot of like personal flourishes and touches that he kind of always imagined. Um, like obviously with the eyes, you know, he tried to like he tries so hard not to blink,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because to give the impression that I'm a corpse. Corpses don't blink.
Mm.
Um, and that you know I am controlling someone with my eyes. You know, I am looking straight into their soul. Uh, and like I could be wrong about this, but like in uh when traditionally in plays,
Mm.
when you had a vampire character, the way they kind of like show that off was to pantomime someone holding up their hands,
Mm.
sort of like in sort of like in the shape of like fangs
Oh. Okay.
to and just like stalking like
Mm.
you know like I can't remember one play that does that, but like I know
Mm-hmm.
like you know it'll come to me.
Mm.
But like what Baylor would do
Mm-hmm.
uh instead, you know, because obviously Dracula is not someone who presents, you know, who shows off his, you know, his identity right away.
Mm-hmm.
What he would do instead is he'd grab like the edge of his cape, and drag it in front of his face
Mm.
while he's walking.
Ah.
So it's like, hey, like, um, so someone like, because it shows that you're being sneaky.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It kind of just shows, a sneaky character.
Mm. Yeah, and that's just a thing like most people think of with Dracula nowadays. So like with the cape and all that, he he really solidified a role going forward. Everyone always, you know, takes something from him, which is gotta say that's pretty cool. That's like that's a really cool legacy to have. You know, like you're the guy who everyone like decades later, almost a century later, or go looks back on and go, yeah, that's you nailed it.
It is unfortunately speaking that, like, is a legacy that could be looked fondly of now that he has passed,
Oh,
because this is Dracula ruined Bela Lugosi's career.
oh,
He, Bela
hmm,
was an actor for more than just playing Dracula. He was a leading man in
yeah,
roles, like in romances and such. Where, like, once he became Dracula, the American perception of him is that he was a monster.
oh,
So he couldn't get any roles that wasn't him being a monster.
ah,
So,
okay,
like, you had this man, who this very great actor who just, like,
mm,
is scrounging up for peanuts because all he can get is typecast roles.
mm,
And so eventually, that would later in his life that would land him in having a friendship with very notorious, infamous filmmaker Ed Wood,
oh,
where Wood
uh-huh,
acid Bela in his films,
mm,
uh, as the antagonist, because Ed Wood really loved the 30s era, which had the 30s era's horror movies,
mm,
which was like, Dracula and Frankenstein and all that stuff,
mm,
that are all about
Keep that in mind. Off topic. I think I want to add this really quick.
yes,
We should do an Ed Wood marathon.
an Ed Wood
we
marathon.
should.
Okay,
Yeah, we watch a bunch of Ed Wood movies and we follow it up with the Ed Wood movie.
okay, sure, why not?
Yeah.
All right,
But yeah, like, unfortunately he did pass away, like, penniless.
mm,
But, like, it's something where, just like with Christopher Lee, though they don't look at their legacy with the character fondly, it's something that, like, we do,
I see.
because though in life,
Mm-hmm.
he was typecast. Like, it's no touching I don't think of any more of a touching tribute than to forever to be immortalized,
Mm.
as a character who is constantly being referenced.
Mm. Uh, but still, though, like it's it is unfortunate to learn about that, but still, he did have a legacy that ultimately I think did end up pretty good. At least like nowadays. So, uh, but what is it? Like, yes, Dracula, man. Like, it's a classic, and like just going forward, a lot of vampire stuff we see, one way or another, is gonna take a lot from here, from our boy, Mr. Dracky, Mr. Vlad. Yeah. So, except for the part, where where Vlad's getting a bunch of like big old poles, and just lines of bodies on them to show to one up the Ottomans. Take that, you dumb Ottoman. I it is kind of funny though when you think about it, right? That like like Dracula at the end of the day is supposed to be, oh, that's Dracula, from the same guy who's Vlad the Impaler, right? And like you learn, and you kind of like learn like the actual like historical Vlad the Impaler. It's like, man, not gonna lie, I think the actual historical Vlad the Impaler is kind of in his own right pretty fucking scary, man. Like at least like imagine if you're like an Ottoman dude, like you see again like just like what people describe as like just like almost like a forest of just these big wooden like stakes in the ground with just a bunch of bodies piled up on them, and it's like, damn, Vlad, my gosh. Why did Mr. Bram Stoker not include the big wooden poles? Not. What was that about? You know what? On second thought, Dracula's a terrible adaptation.
I mean, if that did happen, like there'd be no. If that did happen, like like Jack would be an idiot to just like keep walking through the woods and just be like, oh, this count, he's got like people on stakes, and then he was like going, like taking the ride up to the castle and be like, Count Dracula, like, did you know that your forest outside has people and stakes in it? And he's like, that is no concern to you. I
Oh, well, I guess if you say so, then that's all good then. So, but yeah. Uh, Anyways, so we have been recording now for almost 30 minutes now. So, actually, surprisingly, I had quite a bit to say about Dracula. Honestly, more than I thought. But still, Dracula, classic movie. And
Well, so
yes,
a couple of years ago, they re-released. It was during a Halloween, and they were doing like they really re-releasing a couple of like the Universal monsters as double features.
uh-huh.
And I saw it alongside Frankenstein in theaters, and that was a really nice experience.
Ah, that's neat.
remember you telling me you went.
Oh. Not?
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now. You cut out you cut out a bit there.
Yeah, it's like no, it's like I still remember like the like the 3 years ago, like you told me you did go see it before we started like the Halloween marathon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Man, you you guys were watching horror stuff before me. Man, I can't believe it. Oh, it's fine. but but anyways, so yeah, this is the beginning of a series of videos, at least for the month of June, where we're gonna be talking about some classic vampire movies, some good ones, some infamous ones. More, hopefully more banger vampire movies than stinkers. It's a whole week, man, of Twilight. I can't believe we actually agreed to that. It's just gonna be a whole week of Twilight.
I know.
Oh,
I know.
that's gonna suck, man.
It is.
That's gonna suck, a whole week of Twilight. But hey, you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But oh, go ahead.
Wait, just think about it, guys. We're gonna make it to that moment where like fucking Edward takes off his fucking shirt and he sparkles like a fucking disco ball, and he's like, oh, and he's like, oh, I'm such a monster. I'm like, I'm gonna need a live Changus reaction to see what the hell like.
Don't worry, Robert Patterson. You're gonna be Batman someday. Just power through it.
we probably should like watch this with like our see like our live like facial reactions and shit.
You want me to like record our reactions to Twilight? Oh gosh.
I mean, I don't know if you want to record. I'm down with that, but
oh gosh, I mean, I don't know. Look, we don't have to deal with the Twilight. We don't have to deal with a week of Twilight until like maybe like 2 weeks or more into this month. All right, we still got some time.
Yeah, we have time. We have time.
In the meanwhile, though, tomorrow night, we are gonna be watching. Well, I guess Dracula again. Actually, there's quite a lot of Dracula movies on this list that we're watching to this month. But tomorrow night, though, we're gonna be watching.
The big vampire or something. I don't know,
man. But you know what? Tomorrow, though, we're gonna be watching the Spanish version of Dracula. Ooh, and I did not even know there was a Spanish version until we were planning this whole marathon. So that should be very interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see what the Spanish speaking folks got when it comes to Dracula. Ooh. So, what's Spanish for like I want to suck your blood? Not. That's cool, not. I'll appreciate it. Anyway. Alright. So yeah, so tomorrow, Spanish Dracula. Should be fun. Yeah.